Okay, so we'll start in just about 30 seconds. I'm just adding one thing here. Yeah, and that was my little timer telling me that it is 10 o'clock on the dot. All right, so we are going to get started. Let me just make sure that, again, that I am recording. And I am. All right, so welcome to Peak Performance. It's 10 p.m. in Central Europe time, and 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. So everyone who's here, I really appreciate you being here. Please forgive my background. It's quite busy. It's a lot busier than I would normally like. But I am in Paris. I'm staying in an Airbnb while I search for an apartment. So I'm kind of stuck with what I have. And it's a very small apartment that I'm in right now. The entire apartment is about the size of my bedroom back in Atlanta. So I don't have any surfaces. And I have my laptop actually on top of my suitcase. So hopefully it doesn't slide since it's not a flat surface. But in any case, in case we have not met, my name is Jasmine Bryant. I am a certified holistic health coach, Amazon bestselling author, former journalist, it feels so weird to say that, former journalist, and a doTERRA wellness advocate. In my coaching practice, I generally work with women who are trying to lose 50 pounds or more, because I used to be one of those women. I'm still one of those women. I'm still on my journey, but I weighed close to 300 pounds at one point, and you can kind of see in the photos a bit of a progression there, but it wasn't a good look for me. It didn't feel good. It wasn't good for my health. It wasn't fun. So I had to change. But as an essential oils wellness advocate, I work with everyone, right? Because I'm really passionate about helping people reduce their toxic loads and just transitioning into a healthier lifestyle. So it's a lot of fun. Again, I started this journey again when I was, close to 300 pounds. And, after losing 12 dress sizes or so, I really, I had this switch and I became an athlete. And you can see in this one picture, I'm getting ready for a triathlon in this photo. I ended up not doing it because I'm not a strong swimmer and the open water scared the crap out of me. But I was ready and I was about to do it, but I panicked and I quit. But in any case, I've never been an athlete really. And I started doing races after losing weight. I started boxing, which was so much fun. I love boxing. I can't wait to find a good boxing gym here. As soon as I find an apartment, that's number 2, is to find a boxing gym because I really love that. And I also joined a roller derby recreation league back in Atlanta. And I had never been on a team before. In middle school and high school, I was a cheerleader for a bit, but I don't consider what we did athletics. We were way more just, I guess, set dressing than we were athletes. We were basically pretty girls with big boobs, nice legs who jumped up and down in short skirts. Like, that's what we did. But in any case, now, I love all these physical things that I do and physical things that I can do. And while I love it, my mind loves it, sometimes my body kind of hates me, and I'm not as young as I used to be. And that is what's really great about this webinar, because we're going to discuss all of that. And I'm just really excited to share this experience with you guys because, it's just awesome. It's great. It's great. So again, hopefully you can hear me. If you can't hear me at any point, just let me know. Usually I have a microphone. I don't have my microphone, so I feel a little out of sorts. So I apologize for that. Before we really begin, just take a minute and think about why you signed up. what's held you back from taking your athletic performance to the next level, and what would make our time together the most valuable for you. Now, you can either just reflect on it yourself or post it, and it should pop up when you post, so I can answer your questions. So while you're thinking about that, let's move on to the next slide. And I have notes, just so you know, so if you see me looking down, it's because I have some notes. These topics are so incredibly important, and I don't want to miss anything. And anyone who's been in any of my live classes knows that I am so passionate about these essential oils, and I'm so passionate about the journey that you can go on. I can get too excited and I jump around. So I find if I have notes, I can stay on topic, I can stay on track, and you don't get lost, and you're not trying to follow me and where my brain goes. So just putting that out there for you. So during this experience, I'm going to share how to fully optimize your doTERRA journey. And I'm going to show you how you can use all of these essential oils and essential oil products in different areas of your life. Mostly today, because we're talking about athletics, we're going to focus on sports performance, athletic performance, workout performance, etc. So some of the things that I'm going to cover are essential oil facts, why, as an athlete, you should always think essential oils first. I'm going to talk about essential oils for respiratory and immune support. I'm also going to talk about essential oils for energy and focus. That's something really important. I know, like when I'm doing derby, focus is paramount. We're going to talk about rest and recovery, because we don't do that enough, I don't think. And we're going to talk about adrenal health and how doTERRA is unique outside of the products. So take some notes and ask questions, because there's a lot of information that I'm going to throw at you. And again, I don't want you to get lost. So why doTERRA? This is probably what I get asked about the most. There are so many essential oil companies on the market. You can go anywhere and see them, and you can, in your Facebook feed, you're probably getting a million ads for all sorts of essential oils and essential oil companies, essential oil products. So why doTERRA? Why does doTERRA stand out? Well, as a journalist, my job has always been to do research. And so my research helped lead me to doTERRA. doTERRA, quite honestly, is the best essential oil brand on the market. Not all oils are created equally, right? With doTERRA, there's so many things beyond the purity, which is always consistent. And actually, Johns Hopkins University is doing, their infectious disease department is studying doTERRA essential oils exclusively on superbugs that essential oils can kill, and they found 20 superbugs that doTERRA oils can get rid of. So that's pretty awesome. And I actually posted part 1 of the Johns Hopkins study on my Facebook page a few days ago. So please feel free to search through and learn a little bit more about that, because it's pretty awesome. I feel like I'm a heart-centered entrepreneur and a change maker, a heart-centered change maker. And doTERRA has something that's called co-impact sourcing, which it blew my mind. And it actually kind of made me feel very emotional when I first learned about it, because our oils are sourced all over the world. 23 of the countries where we source our oils are developing nations. Now, as a minority, as a woman, these developing nations, what we do is just so near and dear to my heart. Because our oils and the plants are grown where they're supposed to be grown in their environments, it's better for us, right, as people, because we're carbon-based and they're carbon-based. But we also, doTERRA as a company, we don't go in to these small countries, these developing nations, and say, hey, you little, Haitian farmer dude, we're this real big American company, and we're going to take over your farm. We're going to tell you how to run it. We're going to, give you pennies on the dollar, and you just have to deal with it, right? Because we're doTERRA. They don't do that. They set up, they help these farmers set up co-ops so that they can work together, because some of these oils are very dangerous to harvest. Some of the plants are dangerous to harvest. So they set up co-ops so that they can harvest when they should be harvested, and also to be harvested in a safer manner. The distilleries are in that same community, so that way you're not only hiring, the farmers aren't just hiring workers from their community, but doTERRA is also hiring people to work in the distillery from the community. And what just makes my heart sing is that doTERRA helps to build schools and wells, because clean drinking water, very hard to come by in a lot of these developing nations, and schools, especially for girls, just don't exist. A lot of countries just don't think that we're worth educating. So the fact that doTERRA does this is just, it's amazing to me. And so I touched a little bit on the purity of the essential oils. Now there are, our oils are certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils. Now what that means is there are zero toxins, zero pesticides, zero fillers. When you have a bottle of peppermint essential oil, there is nothing in that bottle except for the essence of peppermint. So, and every batch is also third-party tested. So you don't have to take my word for it. You can find or research online. There's the NIH has PubMed, and you can go on PubMed, and anything that I tell you, you can go on PubMed and find out. So that's just briefly why I love doTERRA. Now, there are 3 ways that you can use essential oils. And I'm going to tell you, they're all my favorite, but each method has a purpose. So you have topical, and that's when you take an oil and then you put it where you need it to go. When you apply essential oils to your body, to your skin, because remember, our skin is our largest organ. So when you apply the essential oils to your skin, it takes about 20 seconds for those oils to get into your bloodstream. It takes 20 minutes for it to circle your entire bloodstream, just cycles through your whole body. So that's pretty awesome. I'll talk a lot about putting oils on the bottoms of your feet. And one reason that we do that is because our feet have a lot of pores. So it's one way for our oils to get into our bloodstream quicker. And you can also place oils on the back of your spine or the back of your neck. Now, aromatically, those are a couple ways. And I have, because I've been traveling and sleeping weird, I have my 2 oils for immunity support here. So I'm probably going to pull these out as props. So you can use an essential oil aromatically. Just, open the cap, and you can drop one in your palm of your hand, and then, it smells good. You can cup your hands to your nose and inhale. You can also diffuse. I am diffusing wild orange right now to help with energy and focus and all of that. And they can also enhance your mood and your respiratory functions. I diffuse breathe at night for me to sleep. And also internally. And we're going to do this now too. This is my On Guard, and we're going to talk about On Guard a little bit later. But doTERRA is the only brand that I would recommend taking internally because of the purity. Remember I told you about the purity. In the US, you're only required to have 3 to 5% of the plant essence in order to call an essential oil pure. So it can be, turpentine as a filler, olive oil. It can be any type of carrier oil, sometimes weeds, but they can still call it pure. So I would never, and it stuff goes rancid too. So I would never recommend taking that internally. I also put citrus oils in my water. One thing that I learned is that restaurants don't clean the lemons that they give you before you dunk them in your ice water. So I just use a drop of lemon or a drop of wild orange, and it helps me to boost how much water I drink, and it also has a lot of internal benefits. So athletes, we need essential oils. All athletes need essential oils. Athletes are dedicated, right, to keeping our bodies in shape and constantly pushing the limits. And we're always striving to perform at our very best. And we want to reach our personal goals, right? We all have a PR that we're trying to reach, whether it's in a race or skating, boxing, whatever it is. We all have a personal best that we want to meet and then beat. And healthy bodies just perform better, right? And so many athletes have discovered natural solutions to keep their bodies and their health in balance, and that is doTERRA. And I seriously, I swear by so many of them for my workouts. And regardless of your athletic ability, I'm sure you're always looking for ways to optimize those results. And you can incorporate a creative nutritional protocol. You can start a new fitness regimen, or you can utilize every resource available to reach that level of performance that you're aiming for. And essential oils are really powerful tools for that. No matter what, there is an essential oil for you. There's an essential oil for your need, whatever your athletic need is. And I can't wait to share. I'm so excited. Okay. I'm going to try to calm down. All right. So there's an article that it was conducted by, let me see if I can type it in. Hold on. I'm going to type this in. So this article was conducted with the NCAA Division I and NCAA Division I athletic program. And hold on, let me just type this in. Hopefully you can see that. Living. Oh my, this is the longest web link ever. Sorry, guys. This is a really important article. Okay, so I just typed that in. So hopefully you can click on it later and see it. And so here's one thing that one director of sports medicine wrote. They said, "I love the changes I'm seeing with all of our teams as they continue to use the products and learn more. We've seen a difference in the general atmosphere of our training rooms, and our athletes are experiencing the benefits of essential oils thanks to doTERRA. The effect isn't something I had expected, but I'm very pleased with the results." So, that's something that you can read a little bit more, and I'll have another little tidbit from the article that I'll share with you in a bit. But first we're going to make over your gym bag, because gym bags and gym equipment can be so foul. And I have to say, there's something called Derby stank, and it's real. It's unlike anything I've ever smelled before. And I know people who have boys and hockey moms and stuff like that. experience something along the lines of Derby stank. And it's beyond stink, it's stank. But so let's make over your gym bag. So one of my favorite ways to clean like yoga mats, weights, and other workout equipment is a half cup of water and 2 to 6 drops of On Guard protective blend. I mix these in a glass spray bottle, and then I shake and I clean. I have elbow pads, wrist guards, mouth guard, helmet, knee pads. The things that smell the worst, my helmet and my wrist guards. I don't know why my wrist guards smell so horrible, but they always do. So this solution really helps. And also my skates. The inside of my skates really stink sometimes. So this solution really helps to get rid of the stink. And it's protective blend, and it helps to clean. And also hydrate, right? Because we need to hydrate. So in your water bottle, your glass water bottle, or stainless steel, if you're doing a sport like derby, we can't have glass because that would really suck to break glass and then you fall on your hands. I add 1 to 2 drops of lemon essential oil to my water. It tastes great and it helps me keep hydrated. And then to energize myself, one of my favorites is diffusing wild orange and peppermint. Or I usually do both. You can do one or the other, or just inhale some before, and your energy just goes through the roof, which is really great. And you can also help to control your appetite between meals, because if you're doing all this training, you don't want to overeat and, really deplete your efforts. There's a Slim and Sassy Metabolic Blend. This is a life-changing essential oil. I use it all the time. It helps with the cravings that I may have for sugar. And if I feel like, I've eaten enough for the day, if I drink some of that, it helps to control my appetite. And after I work out, I like having Slim and Sassy Trim Shake. And so I just keep a shaker. I have blender bottles. I keep a shaker and then just a scoop of the Slim and Sassy, add it with water or almond milk, shake it, and I'm good. It gives me some protein after I work out, and it really helps my muscles to recover. And soreness, because when you're working on your muscles, they hurt. So Deep Blue Rub is amazing. I use that on my lower back because spending hours in a squatting position, it's not really natural on skates and it hurts. And as I mentioned earlier, I am not as young as I used to be. Deep Blue Roll-On is also really good. Lemongrass essential oil and marjoram essential oil. Those are lifesavers. I have a little bit of, like tennis elbow maybe, and an inflamed rotator cuff from, whipping girls around a track. Lemongrass really helps. It drives in the Deep Blue. So I use that quite often. Breathe essential oil is amazing. I rub a drop or 2 on my chest before I start skating, because it's like running, you're going fast in a giant circle. So, you need to be able to breathe. Your airways need to be open. And then Mito 2 Max, it's a stamina and energy complex, and it's amazing. I used to use this when I worked overnights, and I got off work at 4:30 in the morning. I'd work out at 5 a.m. And of course, all I want to do at 5 a.m. is crawl into my bed, but I would go to the gym, and Mito 2 Max really helped. And we're going to talk about Mito 2 Max in a little bit. I'm going to go into it more specifically. So do you guys have any questions before I continue? Yes, no, maybe? Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah. All right. Nothing popped up. Okay. Just, again, if you have questions, just pop them in the chat box. So now as an athlete, right, your immune system is essential to high performance. You put yourself through the demands of your training schedule, and even if you're eating well and exercising regularly, there's a chance that your immune system may suffer. And also we know that gyms are dirty. So, there's a study that you can find on the NIH website, and let me put that in the chat box too. This is another long one. Sorry. CBI.NLM. I guess if I were smarter, I would have just made these links up ahead of time. So all I had to do was just pop them in, but that's okay. 4, 8. Okay, so you can look at that one. And so I'm going to read to you an excerpt from the, article where it says, prolonged bouts of exercise and heavy training regimens are associated with depression of the immune system functions that can increase the risk of picking up opportunistic infections such as the common cold and influenza. So that's not fun. And I know as an athlete, you're already making decisions that are intended to keep you healthy, but at the same time, a compromised immune system is often par for the course. So that's why I really encourage everyone to focus, as I introduce to you a variety of doTERRA essential oils that offer respiratory and immune support. And I am not lying to you when I say I swear by so many of these things to help keep me healthy. So Breathe, this is remarkable, right? It's a blend of laurel leaf, peppermint, eucalyptus, melaleuca, which is tea tree, lemon, cardamom, ravensara, and ravensara. Now, this blend helps to maintain clear airways, and it minimizes the effects of seasonal threats. And I have seasonal threats all year long. It really sucks. Hopefully not so much here. We'll find out. But if I do, I'm ready. You can apply Breathe to your chest. I mentioned how I do that before I skate, to your back, the bottoms of your feet, or you can diffuse it at nighttime to help calm your senses and to promote a restful sleep. My thing is, if I can't breathe, I can't sleep. And as a health coach, sleeping is life. So anything I can do to make sure that I can continue to breathe and sleep, it's a good thing. Try these soft gels. These are amazing. I actually, just before I moved here to France, I ordered 2 more bottles of these because I wasn't sure if they were available in the EU. So I didn't want to be without. And so these are developed to protect against seasonal and environmental threats, and they promote a healthy respiratory system. Now, each soft gel has lemon, peppermint, and lavender essential oils because they're all known for their antihistamine abilities, and together they help to promote a healthy immune response. Now, I'm a lazy girl, so that's why I love the soft gels, but if you aren't as lazy as I am or aren't as busy as I am, then you can make this combo yourself just by putting 2 drops of each of those oils I mentioned in a shot glass of room temperature water and some honey, and just drink it, once or twice a day. But I like having them in my bag, and I recommend any athlete to have them in their gym bag because you just never know when you might need them, and you don't want to be knocked out of the game because of some seasonal or environmental threats. So just food for thought. Just drop my nukes. So On Guard. Now, I shared earlier this article from doTERRA that focused had the folks with that study with the NCAA Division I sports team, and so I wanted to highlight this one point. So that same that same manager said, once trainers started setting up their aroma light diffusers with a blend of doTERRA On Guard and doTERRA Breathe in the training rooms, athletes and trainers noticed a big difference in the smell and positive atmosphere. One trainer in particular came back after a recruiting trip and immediately noticed the change. He says, the football training room has never smelled so good. I had to know what changed. I have covered many football games, and I've been in training rooms and locker rooms, and so the sports director goes on to say in this article, once he found out that the diffusers made the difference, he asked if there was any way he could get 3 diffusers for his home. Other trainers also implemented what they were learning at home. The head football trainer uses the hand technique, that's the aroma touch, and lavender to help his daughter relax and get a better night's sleep. So if you want to read more of that, again, I posted that article link. If it doesn't work, let me know, but it should work. And so On Guard is one of doTERRA's most popular oils, right? It's a blend that supports your healthy immune function. I use this every single day to help maintain a healthy immunity support. I diffuse it to cleanse the air. And it's also very energizing and uplifting. And my move here was exhausting. I didn't sleep. I hadn't slept more than 2 or 3 hours a day for almost 2 weeks. I wasn't eating properly. And when I got here, it was, I don't know, a 30-degree difference from when I left Atlanta to when I arrived, and I was cold for days. And this is really, this is literally a lifesaver. So love, 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 cannot be without it. Can't be without it. So now, as an athlete or someone who works out, you're obviously aware of the need to focus, and you need energy. And so this is really one way that either holds you back as a athletic performer, or propels you forward. So like whether you're a weekend warrior or someone who is a hobbyist athlete, or you've gone pro, or you're trying to go pro, your energy and focus during these activities that you love will impact your experience. So there is an overabundance of products on the market that make all these claims for energy and focus, yet they're filled with ingredients that are unpronounceable and extremely dangerous if you were to research these, right? So instead of trying to artificially boost your performance, the natural-minded athlete like myself, they're trying to treat our bodies with respect and treat them well to get the results that these next few oils will help you to achieve. Oh, one of my favorites is Wild Orange. I have a lot of favorites, just a heads up. So Wild Orange is one of my favorites because of how it smells wonderful. I can't smell it and not smile. And it's great for energy. It's great for focus. And so many athletes have shared performance breakthroughs once they've incorporated Wild Orange into their routine. Now, the most distinct characteristic of Wild Orange is its powerful scent. And it's literally like just ripping into a mandarin orange and just delish. It's got this strong, sweet citrus aroma that it's useful for purifying the air. It energizes your environment. It just helps you to perform optimally as an athlete. And so here are some of the ways, and I'm going to read my notes because I don't want to forget. So here's some of the ways that you can utilize Wild Orange to support your performance. Before a stressful day, diffuse for an energizing and revitalizing aroma. I do it all the time, doing it now. Add a drop to your water to give you a burst of flavor. And it also just helps to promote overall health. And during colder temperatures, take 1 or 2 drops of wild orange in a capsule or just under your tongue to support a healthy immune system. I've been doing that, again, quite religiously. My other, which I mentioned before, is peppermint, because it can just really invigorate your performance. It has been tested extensively for its performance boosting abilities. Control experiments with athletes have demonstrated immediate improvement in their performance, like jumping, endurance, and respiration. And I use a drop in water with lemon sometimes for like a healthy mouth rinse, especially after I have my mouth guard in, because it's just, I feel gross after having a mouth guard in. I add a drop or two to my smoothies for a nice twist. One of my friends, she used the chocolate Slim and Sassy trim shake and added peppermint to it. And she's like, oh my God, there's a peppermint patty in my smoothie. So she was really happy about that. And then for a midday pick-me-up, you can put it in the palm of your hand with wild orange and maybe some frankincense and just sniff. And I actually have it in a roller ball that I use just on my wrist and just constantly sniff it. I call it sunshine in a bottle because it just makes you happy and it gives you some energy. And you just you can mix and match and really make it your own. And peppermint is just amazing. And one other thing that people do, they put peppermint on the bottoms of their feet before they start to run, because it helps to open up your airways as well, along with breathe. So we talked about Mito 2 Max for briefly. And so I'm just going to read here what Mito 2 Max does. I mean, this stuff is amazing. It's basically, it's structured to support a healthy cellular energy production, optimal mitochondrial function, hence the Mito in the Mito 2 Max, aerobic capacity and stamina without the use of harmful stimulants. So like, don't go for a Red Bull, use this instead. The Red Bull, well, this isn't going to speed up your heart and do bad things to you. So in layman's terms, this product is just packed with performance power. You should take one of these, they come in little capsules. You should take one when your energy levels are suffering, and you definitely want to put this in your pre-workout routine for mental energy and focus. And I told you how I would take my Mito 2 Max before I worked out at 5 a.m. after doing a 10-hour shift at work. It's considered a non-caffeine energy and stamina complex. And when you read the ingredients and learn the science, you'll discover that this product is really designed to help your cells function better. And it's just, when your cells are healthy and functioning, you're healthy and functioning. So just something to keep in mind. This daily nutrient pack, it's a lifelong vitality pack, and there's a third that comes with this. But these are complexes that work together to support your body's natural functions, and they provide all your essential nutrients. Like the Microplex MV, it's, sorry, I just got a text message. I thought I turned this off. Sorry. It provides 22 essential vitamins and minerals to help support natural growth, function, and the maintenance of your cells. It supports a healthy metabolism and cellular energy. It supports bone health and calcium. You've got magnesium, zinc, vitamin D. It helps with the healthy digestion. I mean, the list is like this long. So I'm not going to go through all of it. Just know that it's really good stuff. And so they're formulated to be used daily to help give you a comprehensive dietary supplement for a lifetime of vitality and wellness. And doTERRA has a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you use the Lifelong Vitality Pack and you don't feel different, and most people do feel different after they use them. It's not like, some vitamins you're like, well, maybe I feel different. I don't know, but I'm going to keep taking them because I should. People generally do feel a difference. If you don't feel a difference and you're taking them the way you're supposed to, then doTERRA will give you back your money. Just send them empty bottles. So it's a win-win. Now here's one of my favorites. It's rest and recovery. Athletes, we know that, training is good. You train hard, you keep going, but you have to rest. You have to let your muscles recover. When I was first starting out exercising like religiously, I didn't realize that I needed to rest and recover. It was the guy who checked me in at LA Fitness in North Hollywood. He was like, Jasmine, you need to take a day off, because I was going every single day, sometimes twice a day. And he's like, you have to stop coming here. You need to take a day off. It's important because your body needs to repair and strengthen itself. And again, I didn't realize that. And athletes, especially when you're training hard, you need to let your body and your mind recover. So during the recovery period, your body begins to adapt to the stress associated with exercise, and it replenishes the glycogen, which are your energy stores, and it provides time for your your tissues to repair. Now, there are two types of recovery: immediate or short term. And this is, what happens within the hours after an exercise session. And that can include like low intensity exercise after working out, like the cool down phase. Right. So in Derby, it was when we did our stretching and we went in slow circles as opposed to, fast and grueling and stuff like that. And then there's the long-term recovery, which is built into seasonal training schedules, and it could include weeks or months. Right. I know a lot of roller girls will, during the off season, they'll just stop working out altogether because they're going so hard. Sleep is so important. Remember I said that sleep is life, right? You don't sleep, you die. And that was a study basically that I just read not too long ago. Athletes who are sleep deprived are at risk of losing aerobic endurance. And then they can experience subtle changes in hormone levels. And that leads to cortisol, which is a stress hormone, and a decrease in the human growth hormone, which is active in repairing those tissues. So I'm going to share with you some essential oils that are beneficial for recovery. So lavender, which is one of my favorites, and in doTERRA's lavender oil, there's nothing in it but lavender. It's about 1,000 lavender leaves in a 15 ml bottle of lavender essential oil, and it's a must have, like must have, because it's so versatile. It can calm and relax your body and your mind, and it can also promote a peaceful sleep while easing your feelings of tension. And so you can add a few drops of lavender like to your pillow or your bedding, and so that you inhale the aroma as you drift off to sleep. And you can also put the lavender on the bottoms of your feet as part of a nighttime ritual. Now, my absolute favorite, and some people really can't stand the smell of lavender, and so this is awesome if you're not a lavender person. It's Serenity. It's the restful blend. And see, that guy looks like he's resting, right? He looks pretty comfortable. It's just a must have for athletes, because you can then truly experience this rest and rejuvenation that you're after. This product combines essential oils that are known to lessen feelings of tension and to calm your emotions, and supports a restful sleep when used aromatically. You just take 1 or 2 drops in the palm of your hand and inhale throughout the day to help reduce your worry from life's stressors, or diffuse at night. It's got cedarwood, hoe wood, and vetiver. It's so grounding. It just knocks me out. And it also comes in gel caps. So I've been using those here because it's really loud on the street where I'm staying. and this bed isn't that comfortable. So I'm finding it a little difficult to sleep properly. And also another way you can have it, incorporate into your nighttime sleep routine is to put it in a bath with some Epsom salts, because, hey, you've been working out and your body is sore. The Epsom salts will help. They'll also boost your magnesium levels, and the Serenity will help you drift off to sleep. Just get out before you conk out, because I'm not going to be held responsible if you drown. Adrenal health is really important. Now, I know as an athlete, as someone who works out, I'm probably preaching to the choir, but, we subject our bodies to far higher levels of stress in the pursuit of that personal best, right? And so while this is really important, an important part of the exercise regimen and the athletic regimen, it can have far-reaching ramifications on your health. And so many of our challenges start with our adrenal glands, and many people consider them to be the stress management centers of our bodies. Now, cortisol, which I'm sure you've all heard of, plays a role in hundreds of different functions within our body. And it affects the way fats and proteins and carbohydrates are metabolized. It can mediate inflammation within the body. It influences detoxification capability. It modulates immune function. It helps to regulate our blood sugar and cellular energy production. I mean, cortisol is like, right? So when the body is under stress, then cortisol will increase as a way to compensate. And so stress in this context can be mental, or it can be emotional, or it may come in the form of physical stressors such as rigorous training. And so the key to maintaining your adrenal health most certainly is rest and rejuvenation. But often our bodies need additional support, and that's where these essential oils can come into play. I mean, they have a very vital function. So frankincense, it's often called the king of oils. And if you've been to any of my classes, or if you've heard any of my webinars, then you have heard me talk about frankincense, because seriously, frankincense is the bomb. So it promotes feelings of peace and overall wellness when it's used aromatically, but topical and internal uses have benefits as well. So to use this oil to improve your athletic performance, rub frankincense on your hands after a long day of training. Apply to the bottoms of your feet to help promote relaxation and improve your mood and balance your mood. Take 1 or 2 drops per day in a veggie cap or under your tongue to help support healthy cellular function. And also try frankincense on your muscles during, like to help muscle tension after you work out. I mean, you just can't go wrong with this oil. It'll become a favorite with your family, I'm quite sure. Deep Blue. Gotta love the Deep Blue. It's doTERRA's proprietary blend for a soothing massage after a hard day at work or a hard day of heavy lifting. It's formulated to provide this comforting sense of cooling and warmth to problem areas. And it is essential for your gym bag. I keep one at home, and when I was in Atlanta, I had one at home and one in my gym bag. And I'll do the same here once I find, my new boxing gym and I start skating with the Paris Roller Girls. There is an entire line of Deep Blue products. You've got Deep Blue Essential Oil, which you see right here in the picture. You have Deep Blue Roll-On. You have the Deep Blue Touch. You have the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex. And my absolute favorite of the Deep Blue line is the Deep Blue Rub. Now, it has almond oil in it, so if you're allergic to almonds, you want to stay away from the rub, but the other should be fine. Deep Blue uses wintergreen, camphor, peppermint, ylang ylang, helichrysum, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus, which I can never pronounce. But they help to soothe and cool. And so here are a couple ways that you can use this product. You apply it to your problem areas. You can apply it on your feet and knees before and after exercise. I love putting it on my knee, on my right knee, because my right knee always hurts after I skate. You can rub it on your lower back after a day of heavy lifting. And remember I told you guys about how when I skate, I'm in a squat for 2 hours. It's hell on my lower back. You can massage the lotion into any affected areas. If you want just to, like a more intense treatment, put the deep blue oil, what's in the picture, before you apply the lotion, the rub. It just really helps to drive it all in. And this is pretty awesome, guys. So there's a freebie this month with doTERRA. And in case you're watching a replay, this freebie is for March 2017. If you spend 200 PV, you get doTERRA Deep Blue Touch and a full-size doTERRA Deep Blue Rub for free. That's like a $100 value, which is A++. This promotion only happens once a year. And actually the last time it came around, it was just the rub. So now you're getting an extra little bit, which, yay, I love extra. I don't know about you. I don't like paying full price for anything. Lemongrass is a great massage oil and it smells really good. I always encourage athletes to get regular massages, and I didn't always follow this, but I did get regular chiropractic treatments because they help to aid in rest and rejuvenation. And lemongrass is really great for that. It's got a refreshing aroma and it has soothing properties. And if you use lemongrass for a massage, just dilute it with fractionated coconut oil and just apply it to the muscles and your joints. And like I said, I use it for my elbow. You can apply it after a long run. It will help refresh you. Or if you're training outside, lemongrass essential oil helps to naturally repel any of those nasty little pests that want to take a nibble. And I'm very, very sweet. Bugs love to eat me. Now this is really exciting too. doTERRA partners with athletic facilities to provide elite athletes like these Olympians that you see here with the beneficial properties of essential oils. Now, the same kit is available to you. So you can have the same training kit, the same kit that these, Olympic athletes do. It's packaged in a very convenient carrying case for, you can take it wherever you want. And it's geared toward individuals who are new to the benefits of essential oils and doTERRA. This kit includes a 5 ml bottle of Breathe, a 5 ml bottle of On Guard, a 5 ml bottle of lavender, melaleuca, and peppermint. And you also get the full-size deep blue rub. And like I said, you get the awesome carrying case. And, you just can't go wrong. It's like everything that you need to be elite. And you want to be elite, like you want to be great. Okay, now this next thing has nothing to do with athletic performance, but it showcases how amazing doTERRA is as a company. I told you that one of the things that I love about doTERRA is that every time I feel like they've outdone themselves, they've found a way to absolutely blow my mind with their desire to give back and make a positive impact on the world. doTERRA has something called the Healing Hands Foundation. And this is a nonprofit that is committed to improving the lives of others by partnering with organizations around the world. And they provide hope to millions of people. It's absolutely amazing. doTERRA helps to empower impoverished communities with the tools they need to be self-reliant. And doTERRA covers all the overhead and administrative costs And so 100% of the Healing Hands Foundation donations go directly to those receiving aid. So I just, again, I'm a little, little hippie girl. And I feel like I'm heart-centered. So just using these products, knowing that every time I put On Guard under my tongue, or I use Serenity to help me sleep, I'm also doing good in the world. It just makes my heart sing. Love that. So we are coming to the end here. And if you're like me, you're probably like really excited and you're like, what now? How do I get started? What do I do? How do I know what to use? You are never alone. Like, I will never leave you alone during your essential oils journey. Like, I personally will be here to guide you every step of the way with answers. My goal is to educate and empower you. I want to put a healer in every single home. Every time I share an essential oil, my intention is to change a life forever. And like, I'm not just like saying that, it's what I do. I also I have a special email series that I send to all new oil users that really lays the foundation of knowledge and awareness to incorporate the essential oils into your life. I have wellness consults that we do. They're however long you need them to be. Sometimes they're 5 minutes, sometimes it's an hour. It depends on you. I will tell you how to use every single oil in whatever kit you get. I will answer every single question that you have about your oils, and you're just never alone. And there's so many ways. We have Facebook groups where you can ask questions. So yeah, you will have support. My life has changed because of doTERRA essential oils, and I am confident that you'll have the same experience once you get started. As a business owner, doTERRA has allowed me to fire my boss and move to Paris, and currently in this really tiny apartment. As a user, doTERRA has allowed me to use fewer sick days and do more with my day because I have all this freaking energy, which is amazing. Now, there are 3 ways that you can get started with doTERRA. You can purchase the oils at full retail price, and I don't let my friends pay retail. This is the most expensive way and not recommended. You can pay a $35 membership fee, kind of like Costco. And then you can purchase all of your oils at 25% off. That's wholesale. So that's pretty awesome. The third way is to purchase an enrollment kit. And then with these kits, your $35 fee is waived. Like doTERRA is like, hey, you don't have to pay this fee at all. It's pretty awesome. And depending on what kit you get, you'll still get the $100 gift from doTERRA, which is the Deep Blue Rub and the Deep Blue Touch. So that's pretty sweet. And you know what? Maybe it's the French air, maybe the fact that I'm freezing my butt off here. I don't know, but I'm really kind of generous. So if you enroll with doTERRA, contact me and enroll with doTERRA by Friday, March 10th at noon Eastern. I will send you a bottle of my favorite essential oil. I don't know which one I'm going to do. I have a feeling it's going to be lemongrass. I feel like it'll be lemongrass, but I don't know. So I'm going to send you a bottle of my favorite essential oil to everyone who enrolls between now and Friday at noon Eastern, by noon Eastern. And so yeah, so just contact me. And if you don't know what to do, it's fine. I can show you. It's totally easy peasy. And I really just want to educate and empower and change the world and change your life. I've changed mine. So I'm happy to answer any questions. If you have any questions, if you don't feel like typing them out, you can email me, and you should have my email address, but I'll put it in here anyway. It's Wellness Jasmine. If only I could type. jasminebryant@gmail.com, or you can go to mydoterra.com/Jasmine Bryant. If you're ready to enroll. But, some of the questions that I get a lot are, if I join doTERRA, am I going to have to start selling things? No, you don't have to sell anything. It's just a way for you to get the oils at the cheapest price possible. You don't know what to get. Contact me. We can do a Skype, we can do a Zoom, we can do FaceTime, we can do Facebook, we can do whatever. And we can go over the list of like your concerns, and then I can help guide you to the best oils for you and your family. Some of the other questions, I just want to start slow. I don't really want a kit. I just want a couple of oils. That's cool too. Just, get your wholesale account for $35, maybe get a diffuser, and just pop a few oils that you're going to use, and you're good to go. So again, you're never on your own. And I thank you so much for being here. And if you're watching the replay, I thank you for watching the replay. Thank you for sharing this experience with me. I am very honored. And you're going to love these oils. So let me know what oils you need for your life, and I'll get you hooked up. All right, talk to you soon. And the next webinar is Essential Oils 101. So maybe you're brand new to essential oils and you just have no idea, what some of the other things are that you can do with oils. So keep an eye out for that. That one's coming up March 11th, I believe. That's Sunday or Saturday. So yeah, we'll chat soon. All right, have a good day, good night, good morning, wherever it is that you are. And you're awesome, and keep going. All right, bye.